everybody. This is another video for the global market. A quick rundown on the actual explanation of what it is itself, how it works, and how you can make it work really well for you. But overall, it's very simple to understand. Think of it like an actual market. The more you have of something, the less it's worth. Right now I have it connected. If you want to see how to actually get it set up online, I have a video up for that I uploaded just a couple hours ago. But basically the way it works, as far as the crops and selling and everything goes, is you have this silo right here, for example. This right here had grapes. So whatever you have had in these silos will actually list permanently. So it says right now I have 0. Now for this one right here, I have 24,000 liters of diesel. Say I wanted to sell a certain amount. On PC it is X, and to sell, enter to buy. On controller, I would use the L stick, pressing that to sell, excuse me, and A to buy. Basically, you just type in this field whatever you want. I always take out a 0. I mean, if you can keep it, it doesn't matter. Say I wanted to sell 10,000. Doesn't have commas. I don't think you can put commas in. It's worth a shot. Test that out for you guys. And you have that. It'll basically say this is the amount per 1,000 liters, what you have, and obviously what it is. I will preface, it does not accept multi-fruit. What will happen is if you try and sell something that is multi-fruit, or for example an added item like fresh grass from the, it's the pack with the Duca and like, it's, hay and forage pack, I can't remember, but it's that one. Or anything like, I'm pretty sure it has platinum expansion stuff, so anything like DLC, not mod, but DLC and base game, it will sell. But if it's like a mod that introduces, say, a type of soy juice, I think it's soy juice, it won't be able to buy that. If it's rye or millets, it won't buy that. What will actually happen, I just tested before I made this video to make sure I had the right information as well, and just out of curiosity, it basically will load indefinitely because it doesn't know how to update it. So just as a warning, if you have that issue, you can't really stop it, unfortunately. But basically you press enter when you have the right amount. It looks like it does not accept you to add a comma, so just add that amount. And as a preface, if you put a number bigger than the right amount, I just mistyped that, it will actually go to the literal max that you have. So as far as that goes, it'll quickly update the actual information here with what you have, and if you would like, you can actually search through and click, say, I wanted to sell, I think I probably have something down here. Let's go to slurry. You can sell it from the opposite side. So I wanted to sell my slurry. I can just put in, whatever I want, just a big number. There we go. I sell that many liters, and it will sell that many liters to the market. Sometimes it doesn't update immediately. Just go back and forth a couple times, close the menu, reopen it. Surprised it didn't, because it sold the gas, which is fine. So just make sure you select over here as well. I guess it does not want to do the other side. But either way, maybe I was wrong in there. So basically you just do that. This video is also going to be, after I explain this, we'll be showing off this farm and what I have so far. I like taking 610X maps and just kind of conquering them. My PC isn't strong enough on the CPU to utilize OBS streaming to YouTube while I do these maps. 4X maps is the biggest I can go streaming. But yeah, as far as that goes, that's what that is, and that's what you can sell. That's how you sell. And to buy, it's the same thing. You just click, I want to buy sunflowers, and you can select, maybe I want to put it in this silo. I'm not going to buy much. I'm just going to buy like 5,000 liters. I have a bunch of money, and then basically you put it right in the silo, and you can put it in. And if I wanted to sell that right back, I can go and sell that right back. So I have soybeans. I want to sell that 5,000 liters right back. So when you're buying, you've got to make sure, of course, you select the right silo. It will allow you to show and see silos that it can't actually go into, so make sure you always know that you're not going to try and put it into a diesel tank, because what it will do is it will just zero it out and say just make sure, it won't say anything. It'll just kind of act like, yeah, this won't work, select something that'll work, So it won't actually sell you something that will be inputted into something that can't be put into. For example, if I wanted to buy corn and I try to put this in the chemical liquid tank, just do 100 liters. It'll just zero out. Put it in the farm silo, boom, goes right there. Then I put it into the farm silo right here. There's the corn. So that's how that really works. Now, for example, if I were to sell let's sell like, see, that's where the diesel is, because I want to do a real quick overflow of the market. So there's 806,000 liters of fuel right now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell, since I have a good amount of fuel, I'm going to sell 350,000. Now that's going to give me a lot of money. Right now it is 2,627 per 1,000 liters for fuel to sell. Now, after selling it, it's down close to 100. So, basically the way that works is obviously the more the market has, obviously the lower it gets. It's just how the real life market, except for diamonds, works. Or things that are like, usually like profit margins. But either way, usually that's how that works. The more of something there is, mostly raw materials, the less it'll be worth. Which is why, for example, the wheat is worth a lot less than the oat. Oat usually sells for a little bit more, but not, almost double. And that's because oat only has 100,000 and wheat has 1.5 million. The same reason why canola is worth more than the oat, because it has 40,000 versus 130. However, sorghum is worth far more than the wheat because it has that much versus that much. And as you can see, grapes and olives usually don't sell for a lot, but since there's literally none, it can sell for a lot. One way you can utilize this to make a lot of money is stockpile your goods, wait till it gets really low, because there is people that really like to buy a lot of it at once, closer to EST 11 to after that. Usually around that time is when some people get on, wipe out all the grain, wipe out all the grapes and olives, because they're probably making oil, and they're probably making grape juice and all that. And obviously things like flour to make bread, which is a very good method of money. So I would recommend waiting until it gets lower, sell everything at once, because it will only modify that price after you sell it. So the more you sell it once, the better it will be for you. Alright, so we're going to transition real quick to showing off the farm. The map is called Wild West. You can fucking get it anywhere, basically. Sorry for swearing, I swear a lot. But yeah. It's called Wild West. It is a 16x map. It has a very large field on the bottom. This is also a very large field. Don't mind the tessellations because I'm recording at a much higher quality than I was earlier. Then it has some fields up top that are much larger. So we have, this is the biggest field. I will say, I actually started on this field because I wanted to see how long it would take to harvest, to fertilize, and to sow. I only ended up sowing because it takes so long actually doing everything. So just as a preface, it is a very, very large field. It doesn't say the hectares, the hectares right there. This is 34. This is 49. 146, so it kind of gives you an idea. The biggest maps on 1x with large fields, and I've seen large fields on 1x anyway, I think is Fox Farms, to my knowledge anyway. And there's a 40 hectare field, minus maybe Compton. So, kind of as a preface, 407, and that's about a third of the size of this field. I don't think it'll actually show because it's so big. Oh, 985. So, yeah, it takes a while. And if you want kind of an estimated number of how long it actually takes, that's speeding up the game, to actually harvest these fields and plant them. Harvesting took close to, if I were to gauge an amount of hours, at 2 times speed, with a bit of a lag because of performance issues. My CPU is only a 5500, and my GPU, it bottlenecks the fuck out of the GPU, because it's 3060 Ti. Be about, for you, if you have a proper build that gets you 60 frames per second without bottlenecking, and you can speed it up to 2 times, like I was, it would be about probably 8 hours at least, and that's with 2 harvesters. Um, with the planters, it was about 10 hours roughly. Well, no, it was about 12 hours actually. It was about 12. So, um, yeah, I do recommend, if you're gonna do this, make sure you have the right stuff. Um, so it's really useful to have that. I will say one quick thing before I head out and show you the rest of the farm. If you're looking for a very good truck, a very good case, except for custom moddings, obviously those are good. Levi's modding, you can find them in King Mods. King Mods is much better than any other mod platform because there isn't a lot of intrusive ads or websites that will be virus holders or pop-ups issues, because they usually filter those out. So we're going to start off by showing off, this area. This is where I put my cotton bales. That's where the cotton harvesters usually go. When I'm done with them, I reset them. I basically put down a shop trigger, reset them, which is a great way to kind of, if they have spare cotton and you want to fold them, but you can't, reset them at the shop. You can do that on console as well. Those are my fertilizer makers. I haven't got them started up quite yet because I've usually been storing all of the slurry in these and then selling it off. A little fuel tank over there. This is a washing station that's third party. It actually allows you to wash the items faster. I'm going to be looking into ways to actually allow washers, like the hose that I usually use down here, to actually wash things faster. Because if that can do it, most likely there's a part of the code that will allow you to wash things faster, which you can modify in the XML most likely. And those are two, I believe those are, I think those are feed factories, and those are cotton factories. I couldn't figure out how to put cotton into a silo, but I ended up figuring it out. Yes, I have about 9 million liters for that. I have 2,000 cows. They kind of do their thing. They're running out of straw. Let me put that in there real quick. There we go. Get that going so they're still making a bunch of manure. By the way, as a preface, if you do want to only sell your manure instead of putting down a silo bunker because you don't really use it and you want it as a byproduct to kind of sell, even though it doesn't make much money, you can actually use the global market in that manner without putting down the manure thing, because it'll just list it in the cow barn. So just as a preface, this is my workshop. I don't really use it because I can't really enter the big door, but I do have it over for like a little thing where I can just use the mobile workshop and do that. And I have a DEF pump and a couple other things for biomethane and electric. These are the fertilizer or liquid holders specifically, so I can hold milk in there. 2 bags so I can put cotton in. I place it into the cotton bale holders. Then I turn them into pallets, put them in these bags, put it in the silo. Boom, you can sell it to the market. And that's the little silo. You have to use a multi-fruit silo, just as a heads up. These are about 120,000, I think it is. Yeah, 120 million, sorry, liters. Of that, there's the 500,000. I have 2 of those on the farm. Not this area, but one here and one somewhere else. 2 liquid holders. And I have this guy right here for filling. I have places for pallets of twine, silage additive, seed, fertilizer, and liquid fertilizer. I have 2 little guys right there. I don't really use them yet because of how long it takes for this field. Cultivators in there, planters are in that one. And that is my giant field of cotton. I will soon be actually starting this and putting that away. It'll take fucking forever to do that, but it's my plan. Let's see, so right here. And you can just, use these guys. These are really useful. I have some extensions, 2 extensions per of these. Let's see, what else we got? We don't have much right now. I don't have much, sorry. I work alone. But it takes a while to save on these bigger maps, just as a heads up. That's probably the CPU. But I own about half the map right now. The way I play game is I kind of like buy everything, and once I bought everything, I try and manage it for as long as I can. The only other thing I have on this map is I have, what you doing there, bud? Is, I have an orchard I built That is about, I think this one's 40 or 32 or something like that, 40 or 32 hectares. 25. Still at 25 hectares. It's about 8,800 points for course play, obviously. And yeah, it works very well. It gets about 800,000 roughly, 772,000 liters of grapes. I speak fast because my voice wears out really quick. And it works pretty well. I had other saves on 2 other 16x maps. One failed because it kept crashing my system. I have 88 gigs of mods, so I tend to have a lot of issues. I also have the 2 canola fields on the bottom. This is a potato field, already harvested. This has not been harvested. This is still there. Most of these are still there, because I'm still working on this. I got pretty much everything done, though. And I've still got all the way to the top of this. So, yeah, that's the farm. That's how I've been able to basically just be like, you know what? 16 million liters overall, I think, of wheat in one day. So, yeah, if you're wondering who the fuck was putting that much shit in there before anyone was really online, it was me. I'm not sorry. Alright, that'll be the end of the video. I hope all of you have a great day. I'm going to Alt-Tab into OBS and keep it there for a minute, just because I can. No, just kidding. See ya.